Hey, I'm Ginger, and this is my first attempt at trying to come to you guys and share my experience about what's going on in the world, my near death experience, my trip to heaven, my life's journey, that kind of thing. Also, as a twin flame, part of a twin flame sacred truth, Tim and I have a whole lot to share as far as our journey is concerned. I'm currently right now in California. I'm a faith missionary also. We both are. So kind of go where we need to go and help people as best we can, that kind of thing. This particular time, it's cutting cords with, some other folks and um, trying to help people as best we can. So here's the thing. I don't really know where to begin except at the beginning. Just want to see how much interest there is in this, first and foremost. My experience in heaven is extensive. Right now, the knowledge that I was given, well, of course, is the wisdom of God that was bestowed upon me when I was there for this end time generation. And that was many, many years ago when I had my OD and I had that experience. And for all these years, I've racked my brain because I knew I needed to write a book. I knew I needed to talk about it, and I knew I had all this prophetic information and didn't really know what to do with it. So, I'd kind of start to write, and I'd get a little frustrated, and, that type of thing. Well, come to find out in God's perfect wisdom, part of the reason that I couldn't write anything, or, the attempts were of my own ego. There was an ego sense there to write, because I got to tell you, what's happening. You got to know this is, our world and what's happening to it, and the lies and the deception and all of those things, and how to overcome, and what's really going on. So long story short, I wasn't writing, so I was like, okay, Abba, please, what is it? What do I need to do? So I went through a whole bunch of, continuing to work on myself, which continues every day, every second, working on myself, getting away all the old disgusting layers that don't serve us, that aren't real, the things that were added to us by our parents, perfect blank canvas when we were born, and then, our parents started to paint on our canvas what they knew to paint, for instance, let's see, I was born in Iowa, and I'm a Democrat, and we only eat chicken on whatever day, or, diehard whatever fans, that type of thing. So it was all stuff that's added to us. We had to strip that all away to find out who are we actually, this spiritual being inside this physical body. Well, it was not long ago, I gotta say, within the last 3 years, that I really started getting just excited and, driven to really do a lot more research. I've been researching ever since this happened. I'm basically, what I'm referring to myself now is the compiler. Because there are so many other people, of course, with this information. The Heavenly Father's not going to just hand it to Ginger and expect it to get done. I think He's got a few contingency plans. So there's plenty of people out there with the same information all over the world, which is amazing because, you hear somebody's story and it's exactly what I got. That being said, other people had to do other things for me to be able to write these books and to compile this information. The research is so extensive, and it's otherworldly. It's so much knowledge. It's not here. It just is known. So people hadn't dug up things, like, for instance, some of the missing scrolls of the Bibles. A friend of mine was working on them, and some of that stuff wasn't done. There's all kind of information now about our solar system that wasn't there. There's information about many, many things that wasn't available to me to write these books. So I get it now. I get why I had to wait, but now is the time. So, and there is an urgency of none other. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps right now. So I'm making this first video just as a little bit of an introduction to see who's interested in what's really going on in the world, what to expect. Our Heavenly Father he's a loving, wonderful, he's just magnificent love. But on the other side of heaven, there is hell. You can call it dark energy, light energy, heaven, hell, however you want to put it. There's light and there's dark. You can't have the light, my friends, my light worker friends. You cannot have the light and understand that there's no darkness, okay? And one of the things I've found being a light worker and in the light worker community, I'm one of Doreen Virtue's teachers, and I've really been disturbed about how much, judgment is something I'm trying to divorce myself of, absolutely, but I am disturbed by those who are unaware, that it's not all about the light. Yes, we got to focus on the light. We understand that. We're the light workers. We get that. But if we're burying our head in the sand as to what's really true and what's really going on, the people who are in the darkness, the people who are in the darker energies are never gonna hear us. We have to know the truth. We have to know what's going on, and we have to be honest with them in order to cultivate